Okay, those of you who are studying for the private patrol operator exam in the state of California, does this vehicle, private security vehicle in front of us, meet the legal requirements? Let's analyze how you answer the question. So some of you might not even have a clue as to what the answer is. You might be saying, Sean, I have no idea at all. If that's your answer, and you're taking the private patrol operator qualified manager exam, you have a lot of studying to go. And you better learn what the answer is, because you're not going to pass the private patrol operator exam. The other way that you can answer this question is, I'm not sure, Sean, because I need some more information. If you answer that way, you're on your way to passing the private patrol operator exam, because you know that the California Vehicle Code requires some more signage on the vehicle. And that includes the side doors as well. Now, in the video, you can really only see the back, maybe a little bit of the left, but for sure, nothing on the right. And the California Vehicle Code requires the words private security on the sides of the vehicle and on the rear. If, and only if, you have a light bar, an amber light bar. So the first thing that you want to do to make sure, or to ask, or to get an answer as to whether or not a private security patrol vehicle is in compliance with the California Vehicle Code, is look at the top. So at the top, if you see a light bar, or even on the visor, and it's one of the light bars that flashes on and off, and it's one of those amber colored ones, then you're going to need the proper signage. See, you can roll with your patrol fleet without any signage. Now, there's going to be some exemptions, and I'll talk about that. Now, normally you would roll your patrol fleet without any signage if you are working maybe some type of secret squirrel assignment. Okay, that's assignment where nobody knows, or nobody's supposed to know that your client has private security. Okay, so perhaps maybe executive protection, maybe a marijuana grow transport service. Maybe you don't want anyone to know that you're private security. The sky's the limit. Okay, but the first thing you want to do is look at the top of the light bar. Okay, if there's flashing ambers, then you're going to need the signage. So the signage requires, or the signage law, which is covered under the California Vehicle Code, requires you to have the words of either security patrol or private security on both sides of the vehicle and to the rear. Looking at our video, in the back, it says private security and it says Southwest Patrol. Southwest Patrol actually did a very good job with meeting the requirements, because you didn't see this, but I saw that on the sides it said private security, and they went above and beyond, and they put the name of their company. Now, you don't have to. Now, I did say that there's some exemptions to only having the words private security on the sides and on the rear, and that exemption is that if a city ordinance or county ordinance requires certain signage on the patrol vehicles, you're going to have to follow that requirement. Now, Southwest Security is stationed out of El Centro, California, the Imperial Valley, Imperial County. I don't know what the city of El Centro says about there being a requirement of the name of the private patrol operator. I don't know. But some jurisdictions require that. So some jurisdictions require the name of the private patrol operator, the private patrol number, the license number, telephone number, and I haven't seen any that require a website. Now, if you see that additional signage, it's because the company is following a city ordinance. But I want to make it clear, in general terms, in the absence of a city ordinance section, all you have to do is have the words private security, the sites, or security patrol and on the back if you have that amber light system. Okay. Something else I want to bring up is, why would you not want to have that signage on your patrol vehicle? Okay. That is mobile advertising. It's free advertising. If you're going to pay all this money for a security patrol vehicle, why don't you just put additional signage on there? You put the phone number on there so that when you're, and the video is really for those of you who are managers in private security, but you put the phone number on there just in case your private security force drives erratically, they jeopardize your security company by exposing the company to liability because of a bad driving behavior. Okay, they're going to call that number. I'll tell you all about that number because when I worked security patrol, somebody called on me, okay, over 20 years ago, and said I was speeding. Was I speeding? I'm going to plead the fifth on that, okay? But that's why you have the number to regulate your guard force, okay? Or if maybe perhaps somebody wants to hire a private security company, there's a phone number right there on your vehicle, okay? And then you have the name of your company. I mean, it's awesome and great advertising, okay? I encourage you to read my book, The Private Patrol Operator, and it's used commonly as a study guide for those of you who are planning to take the Private Patrol Operator exam. In my book, The Private Patrol Operator, Managing a California-Based Security Company, I cover the vehicle code, the applicable vehicle code sections. See, those of you who are in law enforcement, especially the highway patrol, okay, you know that the California vehicle code has hundreds and hundreds of vehicle code sections. I've never counted, but I would imagine that it's over 1,000 sections. And you see, the private patrol operator outline, okay, that's basically the study guide that California BSIS, the Bureau of Security Investigative Services, offers to tell you what you need to study for the exam. It's a 3-page document. It's available and download through the BSIS website. I'll leave a link in the description below. It tells you what you need to study, and part of your study requirements is the California Vehicle Code. You're going to probably only need to know about 3 to 4 sections of the vehicle code, not by number, but basically what it says, and you're going to have to apply that to a fact pattern, okay, on the state exam. They're not going to tell you what the specific sections are, okay? You have to more or less guess. You can either guess or read my book, The Private Patrol Operator. Now, it was published in 2018, and some people ask if it's still relevant for 2021. It's going to be relevant for 2022. Okay, I have the first version, which was published more or less in 2014, 2015. You can still actually use that to pass the 2021 exam. Your study time is not going to be as efficient. The content is not going to be as accurate, but you can still pass. Okay, so the 2018 is still good for the 2021. There's no guarantee you're going to pass. I have no idea if you're going to pass. Some of the text messages I get from some people, I could barely understand it. I mean, it's in the best English that can be communicated to me from somebody who has learned English as a second language. When I read that, I know that there's a very little chance that this person's going to pass the exam if they give all their effort to communicate these messages in English to me. Okay, it's not being racist. It's not being against other cultures. I'm being honest with you. Now, some people might send me some messages or emails or even comments in my YouTube videos where they don't put any effort into it with editing their wording. Okay, if you're not putting any effort into it, I could see that you could probably still pass the exam. But the problem or the issue you have to realize is that the exam can be difficult to read if you're not a native English speaker. And you can always study the English language. You can study the Business Professions Code. and you could eventually pass. I have a lot of people where English is their second language. Don't let that be a barrier. Don't let English be a barrier, but you got to try your best, okay? You gotta certainly try your best. Hope this video helps. Like, subscribe, share, and comment if you have any questions. And hopefully you guys all have an awesome day today. Take care.